All right, guys, let's get started. It's 6:05 right now. We'll get started on our IT Help Desk Analyst Training Program's first class, which is going to be this is our introduction class. It's a first free class. We have a couple of things that we want to cover as agenda before you guys start the full course. This will give you guys the time to ask me questions. I know your mics are muted now, but you will be given the opportunity, every one of you guys, to ask questions. And we'll talk about more about the course and how this course will work, what you can learn from this course, what value this brings to you, and as well as how does our job assistant works, because we do offer 100% job assistant at CTEC training, one of the for the IT help desk analyst training program, because this is a job oriented training program. Okay, this is not a certification oriented training program. This is a job oriented training program. Okay. So let's get started. I know a lot of people are going to join in, but that's okay. We'll get started. This meeting is being recorded and will be sent to each and every one of you guys. But this live class will give you guys the opportunity to ask questions. I know you are already sent a 15 minutes video that was about explaining shortly about the course and the course content. This will be additional to it. And plus, I'll cover a little bit more details on our job assistant and what type of course materials that we'll be covering in depth. Okay, in here. Let's get started. The first thing I want to present to you guys is the agenda for this class here, which will be introduction about myself and my institution, and about the course and format, the job assistant overview, and we're going to be talking about the course expectation and discipline, that what I expect from you guys, what's included and what's not included in this course, and my teaching style, and how to reach me, and resume building and next steps. Okay, these are the agendas for today's class. This will give you a very good understanding of how we like to run our things and what you can expect once you complete the course. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to learn during the course, and as well as how deep this course goes to and how far and where does it stop. Okay, this is a job-oriented training for level 1, which is an entry-level role. Okay, this is not an advancement course. This is an entry-level course into getting a job, and the most what we focus on is getting into entry level, which is level 1, level 1.5. And in cloud analyst area type of thing. Okay. Wait 1 second. Let me just put on my other headset. All right. So I know people are joining in. Just join in, and we'll continue the meeting. Okay. So let's get started on the introduction. Okay. So about myself is my name is Adil Mahendra Kumar. I have over 14 years of experience in the IT industry in Canada, including 9+ years in the managerial role across private and public sector. I have done projects for Canadian government as well, and I have done projects for a lot of private facilities. I hold certifications like ITIL, PMP, AZ-104, and MS-100. These are some of the certifications I hold that are valid still currently. Okay, I do have lots of certification that has already expired, but they're still valuable. But it doesn't bring any sort of justification to my role currently, so it is already removed. Okay, but right now what I do is I do a lot of consulting for businesses and train IT team to help them, operate more efficiently and align technology initiatives with organization goals. So I consider as a consultant going to business, one of the major roles that I play is training new IT team, are getting them into more of a service delivery, aligned with ITIL and giving more value to the business and being able to track, right? So align a team. One of the reasons why we have found this CTEC training center, I'm one of the founders, one of the major founders for CTEC training, is because we find there's a huge gap in when people finishes college or whoever wants to enter in IT, they are finishing educations, they are going to interviews, but they're not able to land interviews, or they cannot success the interview itself, right? There's two aspects to this. And some of the things what we find out that there's a skill gap, there's a skill gap between what is employers expecting and what does employee have, and plus they're not able to get a very good guidance on what is the route they can take to go to entry level. As I said previously, we focus on only entry level. Okay, we don't focus on anything beyond that. This is what the course will cover. And and I'll talk to you guys more about the institution as well. Our institution location is at 4168 Finch Avenue East, Scarborough, Ontario, and the unit number is P805. So we initially opened up our institution at 2019. We were 100% online. One of the fundamental courses what we taught was ethical hacking and cybersecurity, which was our breakthrough into the career itself, right? So we trained pretty much over 300+ students from 2019 till now in ethical hacking and cybersecurity. That's the thing, but that's not a job-oriented training. That's more of advancement in your field you have, right? So, but we found the gap that for entry level and students are struggling. And because of my experience with training new teams and hiring new people, I was able to devise a course which is an IT help desk analyst training program, which is dedicated on entry level. That's it. Okay. And we try to merge a skill gap currently in the job market with what the people are coming in. And although you guys are kind of completing colleges and completing education, there's still the industrial certifications. You're not sure what type of certification you should be doing, what you can focus on to get into entry level job. What CTech training does is we actually tie up with around 10 to 15 different recruiting agencies and individual recruiting partners across Canada to make sure that contracts and full-time job before it goes on market, it gets exposed to our students and through IT professional who complete the course. Okay, CTech Training Center does not do any recruitment. We don't just work on recruitments. We work on reputation. So when we refer you to recruiters, we believe that you have successfully completed this course without skipping any assignments, with completing all the quizzes to a certain degree. There's a minimum pass that's required for all the quizzes. There's an 80% minimum pass for all the quizzes. Okay. And when I say 80%, you might think it's a lot, but from the experience, what we have from teaching from 2019 till now, and this IT help desk analyst training program, we have been teaching from 2020. The people who get less than 80% is very slim. And it's because either they don't understand the concept or they do not participate in a lot of the class activity. Okay. So getting less than 80% is very hard. But if you follow the content, if you study, if you ask questions, it's very straightforward to get 80%. Because I know people are joining now. Please join in, and your mics will be muted when unmuted when we've done our lecture. Okay. But the process how we do it is we would actually connect. Once your course is completed, we will tell you to complete some certification. That's what I said in the 15 minutes video as well. Just this course by itself, it's never enough. Okay, you will have to do some certification. We will get you coupon codes for certifications. It is additional cost, but at least we'll try to compensate with giving you guys a discounted price on the exams. And these are not too big of an exam. Okay, it takes people 2 to 3 weeks to clear them. They're cloud-based exams. And then we give you guys top 3 exams that's currently in the market that has been given to us by the recruitment agencies. And the agencies who we work with will never get commission from you guys for landing a job. We will never take commission from you guys for landing a job as well. That's something I want to be very clear with. There is expectation of certification completion. We'll give you a certification material. We'll train you on certification to a degree, but this is, as I said before, this is not a certification training. This is a job placement training type of thing. Okay. And how we do our job placements, I'll explain to you guys when we go a little bit further. Okay. But this is about our institution, where our location is, how long we've been operating for. Okay. But in 2024, we actually got our physical place at 4168 Finch Ave E, Penthouse 05. This is our physical location from 2024 going forward indefinitely, right? So, but we right now currently specialize in putting people in entry-level role. And our success rate has been anywhere from 60 to 75, 80%. The reason why the fluctuation is, I'll explain to you. There is a bit of process that you guys will have to tackle on your side. As we say with any courses, the job never lands on you. There's no such thing. As soon as you complete the course, there's placement. You do have to do the certifications. You do have to contact the recruiter. You do have to attend the interviews. And you must be capable of doing the job for you to get the job, okay? So it means you have to have experience. You have to have done everything for us to even give you to the recruiters. The recruiters who we work with, they're very reputable. Some of them are from Robert Half, some of them for TechWiz, some of them for Compugen, some of them are for Motion Recruiting, some of them for Dragon Wiz recruiting agencies. So we work with several of them, about 10 to 15 recruiting agents and agencies at a given time. So we will give you as many as recruiters as possible. You'll contact them. They have contract jobs and they have full-time jobs. If you have zero experience, the very first thing that they would like you to do is a 2 months or 3 months contract. Once you have reputation built up, that's when they present you to a full-time opportunity. Okay, that's how this works, and I'm being very clear and very open to you guys. And most of you guys might have the question of what is the entry-level salary for contracts or full-time. The entry-level salary for a contract, what I have seen in the market, is anywhere from $22 all the way up to $27 on a T4. Okay. Now there is some incorporated job you do get slightly more, which is anywhere from $25 an hour to $32 an hour. Okay, under incorporation. Some jobs, like previously, a couple of our students were able to land a job in the Markham Stouffville Office 365 migration project, which was paying them $32 an hour. It is a 3 months contract. And these are for people who never had any real life working experience. They were able to get through, get through with certifications and connection through recruiting agencies as well. Okay, that's how this works. They do have to attend interviews, and you do have to know your content. Okay, that's something that's very must. And this course is making sure that you have hands-on experience with it. Okay. So about the course and about the format. So this course is 8 learning modules, because there's 8 learning modules plus 1 resume building session designed to prepare you for the real world to pass into the IT role itself. Okay, each module is delivered in a blended format, combines self-paced learning and live instructor led. So what I mean by self-paced and also as self-paced and as also as a live class. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to close this stuff here. Okay, so what I mean by self-paced and live is there's 2 things in this course. One is must cover and good to know. And all the things that are good to know are covered in a recorded video. So like example, like introduction to Windows, introduction to Mac, introduction to Linux, those are all covered part of our LMS. There is a recorded video. We don't need to cover that in a live class, in a live environment. But what we'll do is we'll actually touch base on them in the first 20 minutes of the class. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And like anything that's more like theory oriented, we'll try to cover them in a recorded video. But anything more hands-on and getting dirty and creating accounts and doing all the technical work, we'll actually do it in class. So we focus 2 different focuses, right? So we can save time, because this is an accelerated program. Okay, so this is a 2 months program. It's once a week we meet for 2 hours, and then but course is an 8 weeks course, just 2 months. But we meet 2 hours per week, and mostly what we do is hands-on activity. So you get more engaged, you start doing work. There's assignments, there's quizzes. Okay. Obviously, there's some theory stuff that must be covered during live class, like introduction to networking. That will be covered during our in our live class. It's because we have to show you some things on troubleshooting, how to do testing, how to do sort of programming and the different understanding. Those must be live, right? So it is strategically planned so that anything that must know is going to be in the live class, and anything that is good to know will be as a pre-recorded. Okay. That's how the self-learning versus live. But in the live class, it's a lot interactive. We want you guys to talk, troubleshoot. There'll be assignments and those type of things. Okay. And the class format is usually 2 hours. The first 10 minutes is overview and discussion of pre-recorded content, 10 to 20 minutes. And from 1 hour to 1.5 hours, the reason why there's a 30 minutes or final 1 hour is because for 1.5 hours or 1 hour, we'll do our classroom activity. I'll show you guys for the assignment. I'll give you guys assignment, and I'll show you what I expect from you in the assignment. How does it work? What we will do. I will show you about 40% of what the assignment is going to be, 40 to 50%, and the rest 50% we would expect you to research, and we would expect you to read some Microsoft article and learn it. We will be focusing directly on Microsoft Azure product, so which means that you will have to do some research. Okay. And this course is not going to be easy. It is going to be hard, but that's how things get better, right? So you do have to put yourself under pressure, and the assignments and things, I'll explain to you how they're due, and there is no latency for this. Okay. Usually all of our classes, we have a strict policy and assignment policy and quiz policy. They're due, they're due. There's no extension for what sort of reason. Okay. The structure is to learn, practice, and apply every concept with full instruction support. Okay. Why this course is best for beginners is there's over 100+ courses on IT courses available in the market today, but focus heavily on advanced technique like CCNA, cybersecurity, DevOps, cloud engineering, Azure DevOps. They're not beginner friendly. They're good IT certification. They're good for advancement into IT, but it doesn't clearly define entry level into IT. Even cybersecurity, it is an entry level role. Like if you think about CompTIA Security Plus, it is an entry level certifications, but what they don't tell you, it's not entry level into IT. There's a different things that the employer look for entry level into IT. We have been working for 14 years. I know exactly what they're looking for, and I have been actively working as a manager and director for about 9 years now. So I know exactly what skills are looked in a corporate environment for entry level IT or entry level service desk analyst, right? So that is why this course has been one of the best that we can offer to our students. This is based for beginner level. There is no experience needed. There is no age limit. There is no background needed for technical knowledge, right? This takes you from very basics and then works your way up. We have people that has been 65 years old who continue this course successfully and completed it. We have people who switch career from nursing, from PSW, from different fields into this, right, with no technical background. As long as you put 100% commitment and you match ours, and we should be able to get you a job, and we should be able to put you on a career that that is liked for you. But it still involves you need to put in 100%. Okay. So, as I said before, we do work with 10 to 15 different recruiting agencies, plus recruiting individual recruiting contractors across Canada to make sure that you will successfully land a job. How the job market works is, if you've seen Indeed, LinkedIn, or anything like that, the entry level jobs are not there. It's because for a company to post there and do the recruiting, it actually costs a lot. So they'll give this to the recruiting agencies, and before it even gets posted, it'll be fulfilled. And that's exactly our strategy to get. Okay, so we'll connect you with the recruiters who we think the best. Once you successfully complete the course without failing any of the assignments, without not handing any, you must be handing all the assignments, you must be doing all the quizzes, right? So once you do that, we will connect you with the recruiters who are aligned with your needs, and they will be able to connect you with the correct proper job description and proper job in a pay range, right? You'll apply, you'll go for the interview, and then from the interview, you have to use the interview. Okay, there's no one that's setting up the interview or anything. That it's not just you go to the interview, get a job. You do have to participate in the interview. At least we can do the job of getting you to interview. Okay. Once, as I said before, this course by itself will never be enough. You will always have to do certifications, and we will try to give you any certification we give you. We will also give you exam vouchers, discounted exam vouchers, and full study materials to help you pass, and as well as resume building session. At CTEC Training Center, we actually go through our resume building sessions with everyone just to make sure that they understand how to actually prepare a resume for the market itself. There's something called the ATS system that actually filters through a resume. So if you don't do it properly, your resume will not even be seen by the manager for you to be picked, right? So we actually teach you, even if you're applying to LinkedIn, Indeed, you should be, once we've done this, even though you rely on recruiters, we still tell you actively you should apply. So these are the techniques that you should be using, okay? After you pass the certification exams, we'll work together on building a resume and connecting with the recruiting partners so you can start applying for real IT jobs. And usually you might ask, how long does these certification take? These are some certifications that takes 2 to 3 weeks. These are fundamental exams. Azure, I'll tell you right now, Azure 900, MS 900. We even say right now that one of the hottest is CompTIA Plus. A lot of recruiters right now are looking for CompTIA Plus. And if you have a driving license right now, it'll be even more beneficial, right? So these are some of the things to connect you with a recruiter. But we want to make sure that you're successful and complete the course and then connect you. It's the part of commitment, right, that we are looking for here, okay? The course module, if you have seen the 15 minutes video, I have covered the course module itself. Some of the course module that you'll be working with IT fundamental. This will cover pretty much anything that even if you don't have any knowledge about IT, this will give you a fundamental knowledge and very good understanding and very good foundation for IT itself. And then we will go into networking basics. This is actually will be a live class where we actually interact and we actually do some troubleshooting. How does everything work? There will be some things that will be pre-recorded, but the 2 hours class will be dedicated for IT, networking and how to do troubleshooting. What are some of the things you should be looking at? What are some of the things you can do to test certain connectivity and everything? Okay, we'll go through that. And there's security basics, which will talk about different types of malware, different types of security attacks, different classifications. So as an entry-level job, you have to know these because you need to know where to route the right issues to the right personnel. So this will give you a very good foundation on cybersecurity as well. And Microsoft Azure, this is where we'll spend most of our time. You'll learn about onboarding, offboarding, cloud computing in Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure Active Directory are now known as Microsoft Entra ID. We'll actually go to users and groups. This will be part of your day-to-day job. You'll be onboarding and offboarding users, which means creating new users into a company and removing any users into a company or changing position into a company itself. Okay, that's what your majority of the work will be like in this role as entry level. And identity and access management. We'll show you how to apply rules, how to apply groups, how to apply policies and everything. We also have a new concept called RBAC, which is something very good to put on your resume. It's called role-based access control. It's in the least privileged access control mode. It's one of the most secure and most top recommended modes that they can use in Microsoft Azure. You'll have a hands-on practice with this. There's actually 3 assignments that you work on during this Microsoft Azure, and we'll give you 2 weeks to complete this. But by the time you complete those 3 assignments, you have a full exposure to onboarding, offboarding, position change, applying RBAC, removing RBAC, troubleshooting, log in, log off issue, and troubleshooting methodology. There's about 6 different case studies that you'll do within the third assignment that will give you a full hands-on experience with this, which those can be applied on your resume itself. Okay. The next is Office 365 and MDM. We'll actually go through a phase of creating your Office 365 account. How do you put in mail accounts? How do you actually set up mail accounts? Enabling groups, enabling policies inside Microsoft 365, creating Intune accounts and those type of things. You'll actually create them, manage them, and make sure that you're able to tweak them and make all changes and troubleshoot them. Right? That is a process with this too. And all of these modules will be a hands-on activity type of modules. Okay. And module 6 is a troubleshooting support technique, which is it's a cluster of all things, and everything has a troubleshooting, but we'll talk generally about troubleshooting. You'll do some small activities here and there as well for troubleshooting techniques. There's actually 2 assignments in the troubleshooting techniques that overlaps Azure and Office 365, MDM, and Intune for you to have a very good realistic approach to the job market right now, which you can be applying to your resume as well. Okay. So next, what we'll learn about is ITIL framework. ITIL Foundation is one of the leading certifications right now that people are looking for. We actually talk about those, and you don't need to get ITIL, but we will talk about ITIL certifications. How does it work? What are some of the things that ITIL talk about? Incident management, problem management, change management, and there's something called RCA, root cause analysis. And you'll also get to know how to do proper documentation and knowledge base creation. That is going to be part of each and every assignment you guys do. It'll be a part of the documentation and knowledge base creation methodology that we'll teach you. Okay. The next one of the biggest thing what we have is a ticketing system. Pretty much any IT entry-level job that you're looking for, anything with less than 2 years of experience, it's considered as entry-level job. It will ask you experience with the ticketing system. At CTech Training Center, we actually have a live ticketing system. You guys will all go in and play. This one you can put in as your experience as a ticketing system itself. You'll have a very good hands-on experience with ticketing system, creating tickets. If you don't know what tickets, we'll go through in the course. It's how you get your job and how you do your job. Okay, it's basically like the instructions are what type of job you should be playing. It comes from there, and you'll know how to create and manage tickets. You'll know what is the service level agreement is and prioritization work, handling escalation and incident tracking, best practices in IT ticketing. The last module, which is outside the course, it's called job readiness. This is where we talk about resume building for IT help desk role. How does it make our students very successful? What type of things you should be implementing? And for ATS formatting, what can you do to make yourself better? How many jobs you should be applying? What type of jobs you should be applying? What are some of the things that you should look for in a rejection? What are some of the things that you should be doing when you called into an interview? We'll talk all about that. We'll actually go through a couple of sessions of creating resumes. You'll actually send me resumes, and you will start applying for jobs as well. We will not be applying on job for you. You will have to apply on yourself. We'll give you all the tools. We'll give you all the technique, where to go. We'll give you all the context, but it's still in your hands to apply or not. Okay. Most students who have been successful in our courses are the ones who reach out to the agencies, who we tell them to reach out, who complete the certification on time, who actually properly follow the instructions, right? And they're very eager to complete the course and eager to get a job. They're very successful. The people who expect us to think, it doesn't happen. Very honestly, we do not apply on behalf of you. We do not work on behalf of you. We're here to teach you. We're here to point you in the right direction, but it is still your job to walk the path, right? So that's why I want to be very clear here. Okay. So how long does it take to get a job? So this is an average of what we've seen in the last from 2020 till now. After completing the course, you earn at least one certification. As I said previously, you must earn at least one certification. And for average person, they'll do it before even the course is complete, okay? Usually people complete it even before the course is completed, 2-3 weeks before the course is completed. As I said before, it's AZ 900 and MS 900. Once we pass that 60-70% mark and there's not much assignment left, you complete the course, you complete your certifications, we will give you the contact information for recruiters who we have in file that you can contact, and we will work with you. Before you contact them, we will work on resume and building resumes and what type of things you need to tweak, what type of things you need to change, and how do you contact the recruiters. Once you have starting to contract the agencies, we'll give you 10 to 15. You'll do a call. Uh, yes, I will. Just give me some time, okay? On average, students who follow these steps, they stay consistent and secure a job within two months is a minimum I've seen. At the most, we have seen 4 months on a bad time. The one of the best thing about right now it's a holiday season, which is December, which is going to be everything shut down now. Okay, any job agencies will be shut down now until January second week. It's considers everyone is checked out. So until January the 12th, everything will be, very slow. But it's good that because after January mid, a lot of contract jobs are coming in, especially hospital projects and everything. So once you've done this course, you'll be done by end of January. That is the expected completion for this course, and you should be able to secure a job right away as long as you follow these steps. Okay. Success depends on consistent effort, active job application, and continuous communication with recruiters. That's one of the key things is continuously, having a casual talk, getting involved, asking for if there's any job in the market is what we have seen the most successful thing. Okay, why some students fail? Obviously, that there's nothing as 100% job placement. There is some failures in it. Okay, and from our experience, two common reasons why what stands out is lack of commitment. So as I said before, it is in your hand to land a job once we give you the path. What we have seen is lack of commitment is not completing modules or skipping class activities. We have seen a lot. If you are going to skip class activity or if you're not going to hand over assignments on time, we're not going to send you the recruiters. I'll be very honest with you. This is not the right course for you. If you cannot commit to completing the assignments or quizzes on time, you will not be successful in the job as well. We will not represent you. That's one of the things I want to be very clear with you. Okay. And self-doubt. I can't fix your self-doubt. Okay. If you're going to come in here with commitment and you're eager to get a job, you will get a job because that is how you commitment is. Great. You must have the eager to it. You must have to work hard. This is not going to be easy. This is going to be a hard course. But if you can push through it, complete everything on time, think of it like a job, get it done. We can at least refer you to recruiters. And from that, we'll stay on top of you. You communicate with us. We communicate back with you guys. And you guys will eventually get a job. But this does take commitment from both sides. Okay. So why is this course affordable right now? So usually this course costs around $1,750 to $2,000 on average, depending on the time itself. Right now, we just want to do an end of year sale as a part of a special batch for the November or November December batch. This is just one time full complete payment of $500, or it used to be 750 divided by 3 months. That's how we used to do it to make it more affordable for students. This is just $500. We can't do it all the time. This is second batch. So we had a November 8th batch, which is $500. There's a lot of people who asked that they couldn't join this batch. Already we got that from November 8th. That was 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. batch. That's already full, completely full. So a lot of people have requested us to start this. So that's the reason why we're starting this. Okay, and that's the reason why we made so it's $500 total payment, one-time payment. That's it. There's no extra charges. This course does cover everything that is, and also this course also includes 100% job assistance as well. And this is a full supported course, and this is the end of year initiative, just making sure that people who are having financial struggles can actually afford this course as well. Okay, at the same length, same every module is the exact same, but the cost is just the lowest. Okay, this is just $500 for total payment. Okay, just want to make sure you guys understand. Who is this course for? This course is designed for anyone ready to start a career IT. As I said before, I cannot fix self-doubt. Okay, you must believe that you can get a job. I can teach you, I can point you in the right direction. It's still in your effort that you can land a job or not. It's still in your effort if you're going to land an interview. Getting a job is the second thing. Okay, that's why I tell students is the first thing is getting interviews. The first thing in your mind should be to get interviews. Once you start getting a couple of interviews, we have seen averagely students who complete 2 to 3 interviews. The fourth interview they ace it, right? But then it does take consistency. You can't just stop and be like, okay, you know what? This is not for me. This job is not for me. That job is not for me. You must apply to all the jobs that's available to you, and then whatever comes to you, you just take it on. Right? That's how the first couple of years will work. You have no choice of which job you like, which job you don't. If an agency tells you there's a job available, can you do it? You must do it, right? And even if it takes 20 kilometers travel, it is what it is. At least the first 2 years, you will have to be committed to this. There is a bit of travel. The pay might be $22 an hour, but that's for first 2 years, right? Until you get yourself a good experience, good recommendation, good references, right? Once you do that, once you land a full-time job, easily $65,000 to $75,000 easily. But for entry-level full-time jobs, some students have landed before. I'll tell you, their salary was $45,000 to $55,000 a year, okay, Canadian dollars a year. This is within the GTA region itself. that is the full-time role. But right now, for entry level, full-time role is very, very slim. Maybe in January it'll open up, but contract position, I'll tell you right now, there's tons of contract position opening up in January, which is for the especially for the hospitals and those type of fields. Okay, for Office 365 migrations, which is what a lot of our students enter into, are banking, CIBC and TD. They hire a lot of people to do their level 1 support. I already talked to a couple of agencies right now that are looking for, during the second week of January, they're already wanting, at least 10 to 15 people for the contract position for the job. It's just, they have to have certain things in place, right? Certain certification, recommendation, those type of things. But it's the commitment they're looking for. A lot of people want to get into a job. A lot of people want a job, but they're not willing to do the work itself. It does take commitment. The first 2 years in IT will be hard. It won't be easy, but it's pushing through and landing it there, right? You might think the salary is less or anything, but still, in the 2 years, once you push that, you'll start to see a big change in your salary and income. Okay. So this course is designed for anyone starting IT. To be successful, basic computer skill is enough. Comfortable using Windows web browser, joining meetings like how you guys are doing right now. Perfect. Okay. Ability to read, write, and English speaking. These are must. Okay. And dedicate at least 10 hours per week for assignment, quiz, and practice activity. This is outside of the 2 hours thing. Okay. So total of, you must have the 2 hours for this class. This will be every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is the standard class time for this batch itself. But you must be able to put in 10 hours extra. That's personal, your personal time. You can put in anywhere you like, but 10 hours to watch any of the pre-recorded videos and work through the assignments which we were giving you. Okay, that is a must as well. It approximately takes 10 hours. Some people less, some people a little bit more, but at an average we have seen 10 hours is more than enough per week. Okay. So in total, you have to have 80 hours for this course to complete, and we will do about 16 hours of in class. Okay. Uh, Strong self-motivation, ready to give 200% effort and stay consistent. This is what we call a military focus. Should be 100% discipline. There is no leniency here. Okay. If you cannot provide 200% effort, course might not be right for you. Okay. And willing to research and try before asking for help. This is what I tell everyone. If you want to ask for help and if something's not working, I would never reply back to you if you say this is not working for me. That is always my habit. I'll tell you that right now. The reason why I don't help is that if you come to me and say, I was creating the Azure user, this is giving me error, I try to look at these in Microsoft research file. We'll give you. We will provide you with all the details, right? But I've tried to see these videos, but it's not pointing in the right direction. Can you point me in the right direction? Absolutely. I'll 100% go on and help you and point you in the right direction. I will never give you the right answer. Okay. I'll point you in the right direction for you to figure it out. But I would never reply back to email if you tell me, hey, this is not working for me. I'm not like, I would never reply to it. Okay. It's because that's not going to improve. It's not going to provide you with any value. And again, it's just going to be spoon feeding for you. It's not going to help you at workplace. The thing is, one of the biggest gap that we have seen in the workplace right now is when people come in, they don't even do research. If their user account's locked, they go and ask the next person, like, this user account locked, how do I unlock it, right? It's a basic thing. If they have done 2 minutes of research, they could have found it. But it's a lack of researching skill, right? And lack of willing to research and lack of willing to learn something new. You must have that for this course, okay? As I said, any assignments, I will only cover 50%. The others 50% or 40%, you must communicate among your team, your batch, or research online and thing, right? And also, I will tell you, if somebody emails in the email chain, you must also jump in and try helping out. It's a part of teamwork. Once this class is completed, and once you guys join, you guys will not be treated as students. You guys will be treated as a team, and that's how I will be addressing you. And there will be a point of time in this course, I will be switching from a teacher's mindset to a manager mindset, and you'll see the difference in the directions and how we go. Instead of teaching guys, I'll be pointing you guys in the right direction to do the work. That's how it will be, okay? And towards end, that's how it will towards be, and you'll see the huge difference in your learning curve as well. We start off with someone who doesn't know Azure and Active Directory. We train them up. Once we go into Office 365, we give you direction on doing it. You'll complete and give it to us, okay? It does take that level of experience, and it does take the level of commitment. But we have seen people who have zero experience turn to 100 within a span of 8 to 10 weeks, right? So that is what I'm saying. We need to have these type of skills for this course for you to be successful. If you can bring in focus, consistency, and discipline, will help you build technical skills and confidence to start your IT career. Who this course is not for? This is who this is not for. This course is not suitable for individuals who expect the job expect to get a job by completing the course without personal effort. This course is not for you. Who does not participate in class activity, assignments, or quiz, even if you miss one, you will not be recommended to any of our recruiting agents. Okay, no tolerance for any excuses at all. Are not willing to take on challenges or push beyond the comfort zone. If you're not willing to push beyond your comfort zone, this course is not for you. If you're not the person who's willing to dig deeper, research, it's okay if you don't have idea where to research. We'll point you in the right direction. But if you can't, if once we point you in, if we say this is Azure Enter ID, if you cannot put in the effort to research and dig in, you might bring up questions. No problem at all. We'll answer questions, but it just you have to start digging deeper and getting the answer by yourself, right? Expecting CTech Training Center to apply job on behalf of them instead of taking the initiatives. We do not apply on job on behalf of you. We do not, work with any of the workplace. We work with only recruiting agencies. We refer you to them based on a good qualification that we have completed from us, right? As long as you complete with all the assignments and all the quizzes in a very good field, yes, we will 100% recommend you. The assignments are handed on time. The quizzes are 80%. You're more than fine, okay? This class does not have a strict attendance policies, but there is a class discipline that I will want you to follow. If you don't follow that, you'll be considered as absent for the class itself, and you must be accountable for all your actions. Okay, so a couple of class disciplines that I always follow for any of my classes. It doesn't matter what class it is. Attendance. So there is no strict attendance policy for this batch. However, if you cannot attend the class, or will be late, you must notify us at least 1 hour before the class starts. Failure will result in no access to the class recording, which will be considered as no show for the class. And it's not very good for you when we recommend you to the recruiting agencies, which means it's abandoned of class, right? So for absence, you must be telling us, or we consider it as you are abandoned, okay, for the class itself. Lateness. If you're going to be late, you must notify us at least 30 minutes before you're going to be late. Just tell us to the email chain. You have an email chain that, hey, I'm just running a little bit late, X amount of time, I'll be there. No problem at all. But if you do not message us 30 minutes before and you come in late, you will not be permitted to come into the online meeting. You will not be able to join, and recording will not be provided for any reasons, okay? These two are, we follow these on all of our classes, and that's how all of our classes run, okay? These are two policies. Recording policy, students are not allowed to record these classes and these courses. Officially, we will record them officially and provide you with the class recording on our LMS up to 6 months after completing the course as well, okay? You'll have recording during the class as well, but minimum up to 6 months, but maximum, I don't know, but we have a commitment up to 6 months. You'll have access to all the recording from the class itself, okay? The slides, what we use for things, slides will not be, you will not be received a copy of the slides whatsoever. You are expected to take detailed notes during each session for your own reference, okay? So no slides, we don't give any slide pictures or anything like that. So assignments. This course includes 8 modules and approximately 12 to 14 assignments. 12 to 14 assignments, sometimes they're consolidated. So the 3 assignments in Azure, there are actually 6 assignments to combine together, okay? So some of them are combined assignments, but there are 12 to 14 different assignment modules itself, right? We will cover. You will have ample amount of time. We have been doing this for almost 5 years now. So we know what assignment takes how long. Some assignment we give 3 weeks. So when we give an assignment for Azure, we actually give you 2.5 to 3 weeks to complete them, which is ample amount of time we work with you. But once the assignment is due, it is due. There is no exceptions for what under any circumstances whatsoever. This is a commitment you provide, and this is how we would expect from you, and this is how a job we will expect from you too. You don't have any sort of leniencies for your tasks. You must do them at any cost, and that's how we would treat them. Okay. Quizzes, there's total of 6 quizzes, and as I said before, sometimes there's combined quizzes as well, and all quizzes must be completed within given time frame. Extension will not be granted for any reason whatsoever, and you must score a minimum of 80%. And as I said before, a lot of these fundamental modules, they're very simple, they're very logical. As long as you follow the recording or in-class recordings, you should be more than enough to get 90-95%. If you are getting 80% and low, which means that you have missed some sort of concept in the lectures, so it's probably the reason why. And you should talk to us if you have gotten anything lower than 80% to see if you can rewrite the exams. Okay. And if we do find that that you have done because of lack of commitment, you will not be given a chance to rewrite it again. But if it does that, we find you missed it by 1 or 2 marks, it's fine. We can let you rewrite it 1 additional time. Okay, with the proper reasoning. Okay. Okay. So the registration, we'll get you guys. Sorry. So this is the last slide. So I'll let you guys ask your questions. But so the registration, the last day to register is December 3rd. because the class will be starting on December the 6th at 6 p.m. Okay, the next class will be starting on our December 6th. The registration for this batch will be done on December 3rd is because we have to give you all of us, all you guys LMS access. It does take us time to create it and make sure you give access. And before you join the sixth class, there will be about 3 videos that you have to watch before you come to the on the day two class or day one class, okay? Which should be about basic things about IT. And we will send you a video on how to log into LMS and how to actually complete the course. And the LMS system will look something similar to this. I'll just show you here. It'll look something similar to this, where you have recorded video, the live classes over here. This is for another batch that's happening right now, the previous November 8th batch, and you have lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and then you have a small quiz over here too. Okay? But usually per batch we have anywhere from 15 to 16 students. If you see here, we have I think 16 participating in a batch, right? So it does get pretty hard for the CTEC Training Center staffs to create these accounts and enroll them in the courses to make sure that you guys are thing. But all the classes, the lessons are all pre-recorded, so you guys can watch them and at your own leisure time. But in a class, during class time, we'll actually go through some of the practical work and those type of things. Okay, so if you see here for networking, we actually did a very good hands-on session, and today they also had their Azure fundamental things, because this is their third week. From second week onwards, it's lots of hands-on. At least the first week it'll be a little bit more theory on the first week itself. Okay. But this course, as I said, this used to be 1,700. Now it's going to be just $500 in total fee. And the payment is e-transfer. You can make a payment to payment@ctect.ca. And once you make a payment, you have to take a screenshot and send it to the WhatsApp number, which you will send to you. Okay, you guys communicated with, and you guys can send to that. Oh, sorry. And then they'll start the process of your registration. There's some questions they'll ask you, and to do that. Okay. For certifications right now, from what we've seen in the market, is there's AZ 900, which is very, very good right now. MS 900 is very good, but it will be expiring in March of next year. The next thing that a lot of recruiters who we work with are very, very keen, and a lot of people who land a job are CompTIA A Plus is also some of the good certifications, and they're pretty much January when the CIBC and TD pools going to come on, they're going to ask you for A plus. If you have driving license, it is very beneficial. Okay, G2 at least minimal. It is very beneficial because some of the agencies who we work with a lot of MSP2, managed service provider, and they hire on the spot for people who can travel to different locations to do small fixes, right? Like fixing some desktop not working, fixing some internet not working, and those type of things, troubleshooting. If you have your G2 license, very good. You have a lot more opportunity opened up. If you guys don't have your license, it's fine. The opportunity is still there, but it's not as instant as if you have a G2. There's still a lot of job available in the downtown market area. Okay, just to let you guys know. Now I'm gonna unlock you guys' mic. I want you guys to raise your hands, and I'll pick one by one, and I'll let you guys ask your questions. But let's do it in very let's respect each other's thing, and let's raise the hands that way that we can go one by one. You guys should be able to raise your hands now, and you guys can ask your questions if you have. Riza, go ahead, man.
Hello, sir. My name is Reza, and I have finished my IT technician course from Durham College in 2024. Since then, I have been finding struggles finding a good job or landing interview. I've been going through strategies after strategies, nothing worked through. On a rendezvous, I happened to meet Vishwas, and he referred me to your course, and he's working as a level Tech 1 Stouffville. So I do have some couple of questions for you. So once I finish my course, how soon I'll be able to connect with the recruiters? And another question is, as I've told you that my friend Vishwas got into your course before, so he told me that course was expensive, like for him, like so is it $500 on an installment, or is it like $500 on a go? And is it gonna be 100% live course, or is it gonna be a somewhat pre-recorded course too? Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Reza. I really appreciate it, man. So, okay, so a couple of questions. I'll start from the first one you asked. I believe I believe Vishwas. So Vishwas actually started in our two batches before. He was part of the August batch, I believe. So yes, he did land a job to Stovall for the Office 365 migration project because of his hard work too, and we were able to refer to him to the correct recruiting agency, right? So he was able to work hard. I tell him I wish I tell him I wish him. He did talk with me a couple of weeks ago as well. So a couple of things that I want to answer is so yes, at the time this course is around $1,700. That's why he said it's very expensive. Or if for you it seems like very expensive at the time. But he must have told you his job pay right now is $30 an hour. So given that this is the end of year promotion, okay, that's the reason why we did it for $500. That's it. It's a one-time payment. It's not a monthly payment at all. Okay. So when we connect you to the second question, I answered the third and first question as a part. I think one parter, and the other question that I want to answer was your when can we connect you with the recruiter? You must complete the course, all the assignments in the course. You must have completed the certifications as well. Once we do that, that's when we will connect you with the recruiter because we don't want to connect you with the recruiter without completing the course itself. Okay, it is a commitment we present to them that you have completed our course. You are able to follow all the instructions as much as possible, and you have fulfilled all the requirements for the course, and the commitment is there. Okay, and then what it shows is the third party, which is the certifications which will ask you to do. I know we asked CompTIA A plus for Vishvash and AZ 900. I know Vishvash was not able to get the AZ 900. He just got the CompTIA A plus. He still got success. You have to have some sort of certifications, or else the recruiters will not look at you when they refer you. Okay, it is just a lack of commitment itself. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I got your question answer.
Thank you, thank you. All right, any other question? Go ahead, Shob. I'm so sorry. I think I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm just seeing in a small title. That's the reason why. Shohib, you can unmute yourself and talk, please. Go ahead, Shoaib. You can unmute yourself and talk.
I think you can hear me now.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Yes, very good.
Yeah, so I had a couple of questions. I have like about 1 year of experience in service desk
Mhm,
analyst from back home in India, and
mhm,
in Canada I have about 4 months of experience. That was mainly Mac OS. So I was handling Mac OS fleet of Mac OS systems, and I
mhm.
was a SaaS admin for Google Workspaces and Atlassian products and stuff like that. But I do not have like hands-on experience with Windows and Microsoft, and
Mhm.
I find it very challenging to in the interviews when they ask for real-world troubleshooting questions, especially in Windows and Microsoft, sorry, the Office 365 environments. So I wanted to know if this course will also train us in real-world troubleshooting examples during like in the training.
Yes, 100% sure. Thank you for asking the question. That's a very good question. So when we do our Office, sorry, Microsoft Azure training, you will go through first phase of setting up your Microsoft. So you'll do a lot of onboarding and creating, right? The second and third assignments will be real life, what you'll be facing as a level 1.5 issues. There's about 15 different case studies that you'll work on, and all of these are real life experience that you face. So there'll be one, I'll give you one example of, there'll be one where you'll actually face a user who has logged in with the incorrect password. You need to know how they have, what is the difference between incorrect password and incorrect MFA? How do you actually differentiate that? And how do you actually troubleshoot that? And what you can do to fix that issue? And there'll be another scenario of what if the MFA is revoked? What type of errors you'll be getting, right? And how do you actually diagnose it and how do you actually fix it? And those are the type of scenarios that we'll go through. We'll go through networking scenarios, and there is a real life. All the assignments are based out of real life. What in the corporate field you'll be facing.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Very good question. Any other questions, guys? And oh yeah, sorry, I got one question from someone here, Ilan Kandu. So I got, so will this course content enough for CompTIA A plus? No. As I said from previously, this course is mainly focused on the job-oriented training. We will give you the resources to pass CompTIA A plus. Okay, don't worry. It's that'll be part of your LMS. Your LMS will have all the resources for each certifications. Whatever certification we talked about, ITIL Foundations, MS3, MS900, AZ900, CompTIA A plus. We will have all the content there, videos for you guys to go through and watch and pass the exams. And in the past, we have over 150 students or 200 students we studied with us, and 70% of them passed their examinations using these videos we have provided for them. Okay, so that's absolutely free for you guys. Thank you, thank you. No problem, no problem. Yes, I have Chi. Okay, I'm not going to butcher your name. Sorry. Whoever had the hands up, Chibuki.
Sri Lakshmi.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, okay, so my question is like I have zero like IT background because there is neither an education background nor IT experience I have. Like I'm not into computers at any time of my life.
Mhm.
So I recently what I have done is like I have learned the ServiceNow ITSM course.
Very good.
Like there is a hands-on experience, little bit, not up to the mark. Like I can go and crack an interview or something like that. So what I'm facing as a challenge is like I am in Canada currently and I'm a citizen, but there is a challenge that if I have to choose between any job, like if I have to find myself into IT industry, I cannot be referred because of my background, because of my education background, whatever it is. So as you already said that you will be providing 100% placement, but you're not assured for the job, right? Like recruiters, you'll not be helping us with the recruitments. This will be
No, no.
100%. This will be
Yeah, so
100% effort that you have to put, and you have to push yourself to the job. That's what I understand. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
okay, I'll just correct you and then I'll tell you. So we will connect you with recruiters who are in the active field for hiring for people, right? For jobs, for entry levels, okay? Because because the entry levels are not enough value for company to post online. It doesn't provide them with the value. It's expensive to put online, to put on LinkedIn or Indeed or anything like that, okay? On a monthly package. So they hire these recruit agencies. We will connect you with them as long as you have the proper certifications. And once you complete this course, this will be a certification completion of IT Help Desk Analyst training program, and your certifications will be a third party giving you authorization saying that you have studied and you have knowledge for it. Right? That is enough for them to present you to potential employers. Now, what your role is, you have to go into the interview and you have to crack them. But the recruiters will tell you what to prepare for, what the questions they might ask you, because recruiters have inside knowledge of what the questions are like. Okay? They'll tell you these are the things, the questions they might ask you. These are some of they will know. They're not going to give you a script and be like, hey, study these questions, 10 questions, you'll pass the interview, right? It's more like, okay, in the previous interview, what the candidate had seen, that these are the type of questions they have seen, try to prepare for it, right? So they'll give you insights on how the job placements will, how the interview will go on. With your knowledge of this training course, plus your certifications, which will be beneficial for you when you walk into the interview itself, because most of the scenarios will be covered in the course itself.
Okay, so my question is like I have learned a developer course, but I am like trying to look into help desk course. So this will be again new thing for me, and this is a basic thing that I have to learn from the beginning. So will I be able to what I mean to say is like, will I be able to crack this? Like even if I put my 100% or even if I put my efforts into it, will I be able to get any job? Because I don't want to waste my time. At the same time, I don't want to have false hope upon myself, like what you said, self-doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, right? So in our batches, we have previous batches. We have people who had turned from PSW who had no experience whatsoever, right? Because they just didn't like the job. They have turned here and they are 45 plus, right? We have people who was from nursing, from like RPN, and they want to switch their job because they didn't like the job, right? With the commitment, And with the right focus and right approach, they were able to land a job now. But it's also the commitment and focus, right? And you believe that you need to get a job, you will have to approach it in that way, right? If you
Mm.
have the doubt that, will I get a job? Will this be right for me? This might be the negative is a much more higher weight than the positive itself, right? So always
Mhm.
approach it with a positive thing. If you're going to go for this course, when you
Mhm.
join this course, think that you will get a job and join, right? Because the
Okay.
point is to be very full hands-on and fully be able to work through it, right? Because if you
Mm.
have the doubt, the reason why we say if you have doubt, don't join is because you will not be able to commit to it 100%. The assignments you
Yeah.
get, you will not be able to put in the time to complete the assignments. And if you don't, we can't work with you, right? So that's the reason why we say if you cannot think, I'm just going to put yourself on mute, okay? Say next to me, okay? I'm just going to,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. One sec, one sec.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so I just put you on mute. No problem. So that's the reason why we will always tell you, it's a commitment is more that you believe that you can, because when you come and join the course, it's the fire that drives you in more, right? And trust me, there will be times the recruiters will tell you, okay, we'll get back to you, but it's the country will reach out through email or through text, and be like, hey, I just want to see if there's any job opening. That is what they see, and that's what they think that's a commitment, right? And if you cannot do that, it's just not possible. And there's hundreds of people who's looking for it, and only few people get a job, right? And it's because of commitment you see, especially the entry level jobs. And like as you said before, you have followed DevOps and everything. DevOps are good courses, but they will never be an entry level course. And like you have to have experience, and then you do your DevOps. Very good choice. But for entry, you have level IT entry level as an help desk or service desk is the best path to go. But with a commitment and with the right mindset, this course, yes, you 100% crack it. And I have seen a 65-year-old crack it. Just one batch ago, sorry. Okay. And I have I have Chibukie. Chukubai? Vic? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your wrong name incorrectly. Sorry, you can unmute yourself. I have Chikbuki. I think I'm saying the name incorrectly, but okay. I have okay. The first one is not. No problems, Sri Lakshmi. That's okay. No problem. I understand. I have Diva Kunda.
Hi, sir. I'm
Hey,
Devarkonda Bhavna, actually.
Bhavana. Yeah.
I have a small question. So,
Mhm.
my background is I'm from civil engineering. I don't have any computer background over here. And I'm new to Canada. So, I just want to upgrade my skills, this job market. So, I don't have any knowledge of these computer courses because my course is totally of civil. And so, I'll make this course like it take how much it takes more time, I think, right?
Okay, so I think you joined a bit late, right, Bhavana? Yes, that's okay. So I'll send you the recording of it, but I'll just briefly tell you this is a 2 months course. Okay, you don't need any
Okay.
experience. We take it from the very, very basics and then train you up to cloud base. Okay, and we will make sure that we give you enough introduction and enough thing. As long as you have a commitment and you're able to follow through, you'll be able to do it properly. Not a problem at all. But don't think that this is not for you. We have people who have switched from nursing, PSW. They didn't have any sort of computer background whatsoever. Okay, they were able to successfully do it. But as long as you're able to combine, like there's some, like obviously you do need some things like, you do need a basic computer skill, like, comfortable using Windows. I'm sure you are joining web
Yeah.
browser and Google Meets and those type of things, right? Read, write, and speak
Yeah.
English, and
Yeah.
be able to dedicate at least minimum 10 hours. Okay. That's a very key thing for assignments and those type of things. Okay. But it's about 200% effort as well that that leads to the success of this, right? But it's never a limitation that you don't know IT. It's never a limitation because this is not for something that's more high end. This is for entry level. So with a certification and the training we provide is more than enough.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much. Okay, now I have Chukwick. I know you have been waiting. I know I don't know if you
Oh
have some
yeah,
mic issues.
yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I've been able to resolve it.
Oh yeah, yes, perfect. Yes, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Question I want to ask is, what are the certifications that are required or demanded by possibly recruiters or maybe employers, right?
Mhm.
So I
Oh,
think we should know the basic
okay,
certification and then the cost, so we can as well prepare for it. Because if after doing the program we don't have the needed certification, I think it will also be a drawback when we start looking out for jobs, right?
100%. So, which is what I'm going to tell you right now. So, some of the okay, so there's not a strict. It's not like you have to get these. Okay, so I'll tell you some of the top 4 or 5 different certifications. I'll give you approximate price range because some of them are in USD. Okay, so when you convert them, they might fluctuate. So the top are the easiest two that you can get within 2 weeks or 3 weeks is either AZ 900 or MS 900. They're fundamental foundational exam into Microsoft Azure or Microsoft
Is it
365.
900?
Yeah, EZ 900 or MS 900. Okay, these two are fundamentals, and they're if you get the proper discount, which will give you that, you can drop that down to $50 USD per certification. Okay, which works on to be 65, 70, 75, I think Canadian dollars. Okay, per each. The next
Okay.
good ones to get is CompTIA A plus, which I believe is $265. And there's two-part exam. Okay, $265,
$265.
$5 USD per exam, which is two. You have to get two exams. Okay, USD 265 times by two, which is around 530 USD. And I'll give you approximate ranging on the Canadian pricing, which will be around, I think, seven something, I think, 740. But we also have discounted voucher for these. Okay, so if you get it through us, we'll give you a discounted voucher on these two. Okay, once you complete the course. The other certification, which is sort of hit or miss. Sometimes it depends on the role. Sometimes the employer will ask you, but for this certification, usually they will pay for it. Okay, which is ITIL Foundations, which is around 699 or 749 USD. But this one, usually the employer pays for it. But at
Okay.
least the CompTIA A plus, AZ 900, MS 900, those three certifications are the top right now. Okay, for entry level. We already
Okay.
know January hits, second week hits. There's about at least minimum CIBC and TDs are looking for 20, 25 people each during the January month for
20.
each to 25 technicians they're looking for. And the agencies we talked about yesterday as well, this is something there during the January second week, third week. This will become a high demand right now in the downtown area, okay, downtown district. But they
Mm,
are requiring for someone to have A plus for sure. Without A plus, CIBC or TD will not even look at your resume.
mm.
The agency, not even CIBC, I think this will not even come in the job market. First of all, this will be with the agency and they'll approach it, right? But for the agency to even look at you and refer you, you need to have A plus because the CIBC, TD, Scotiabank, those banks will have to have some sort of credible certification from third party stating that you have the knowledge.
Okay.
Okay, that's a rough pricing. Now the USD to Canadian pricing does fluctuate by a couple of dollars, so you have the estimated pricing. Okay. But at least I would say your first goal is to get 800 MS 300. That's MS 900. Sorry, that's part of the course as well. There's full course content on it, and we have people passing within 2 weeks. Okay, of starting the course. 2 to 3
So
weeks.
this training, does it prepare one to take the AZ 900 and MS? I don't know.
No, we go beyond the course. So some of these MS 900 and AZ 900, if you look at it, it's more fundamental. They're more about
Okay.
cost calculation. They're about seeing where things are. But what we do is onboarding, offboarding. They go beyond MS 900 role itself. We don't focus on certifications here. We focus on real life job training, right? So, but we do give you
Okay.
the course content. We do give you the exam content in a form of video. You can watch it in an interactive video, so you can go ahead and pass the exams. And usually, it's around 4 hours of video. Our students go through them and pass within 2 weeks.
Okay, this another thing I would, although it might sound ridiculous, but what's the salary range like for
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
entry level
No,
position?
of course, man. It's not ridiculous. Everybody's looking here for money, right? So,
Yeah, because
for entry level, I'll tell you right now, with no experience whatsoever, the lowest you'll be ever offered is 23, 24. Okay, maybe 22 out of any
okay,
out of thing, $22 an hour. This is a contract for 2 months. Okay. Sometimes, like what I think someone was Reza's friend, Vishvash, he studied about 2 batches before. He landed in a Stouffville Markham project from the same agencies who we work with. They offered him $32 an hour. That's yeah. So, but it fluctuates, right? Because Stowell Markham is a government project, whereas CNBC and TD is a private project, right? So the funding and everything is different, So there's not a strict thing, but you will never be offered anything less than $22. I never seen it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. At least starting off, But after 1 year of experience, you can easily get into the $30 mark for sure.
Okay.
That'll be the basic salary after 1 year. You obviously
Okay.
gonna have to do some certifications along the 1 year. That's very
Yeah.
expected. But at least for 1 year, it'll be very hard. I'll tell you that very honestly, brother. It's the first 1 or 2 years will be the very hardest in IT. Once you pass that consistently, you will be settled.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I have seen people who have committedly staying in IT for 2 years get 75 to 85,000, $90,000 a year. Okay, 75,000 minimum
Okay.
on a full time job. And if you work with a good, like I'll tell you right now, Robert Half, if you work with them, stick with them. Any project they give you, take it on, even if it's slightly far away, slightly out of your comfort zone. Do it. It's because they have Robert has one of the biggest chain of relationship with a lot of big agencies, a lot of big employers, and they once you work with them with contract base, they know that your commitment, they know your skills, they know your strengths, they know your weakness. They'll try to get you a full-time role. And remember that these agencies only make money when they can put you on a some sort of job, right? They don't make money from like they don't take it from you, but they'll charge the employer. That's how they make their money, right? But when they
Yes.
land you a full-time job, they get a percentage, So if they're going to offer you $70,000, they get 10%. The employer will pay them. So that's what they always will aim. But they will not give you to employer unless they know for sure if this person is reliable and this person will, be successful. It's because the agencies will only get paid after 3 months of you being in the job. So within 3 months, if you ran away, they don't get any money. And then they'll be in the loop for finding another person, right? So that's the reason why they'll at least minimum work with you on a contract base for 1 year, 2 years. The once they feel like your commitment, that's when they put you on, connect you with a full-time role, Once you connect with a full-time role, Robert Half does not work with anyone. The pay range for Robert Half, the yearly salary is like $75,000 minimum. So because they want to get at least, 20, on a $75,000 thing, the employer gives them $20,000 commission. So 20% commission. So it is a very good amount of money they're getting, right? But they only get that paid after 3 months you stick there. So they'll follow up with you. They'll make sure that at least for 3 months, you're working very hard, right? So it's a commitment issue, right? So they always want to make sure because it's Robert Half's reputation that's in the line.
So what it means is this role is not is actually maybe a non-technical, right? Part of
No,
the right?
this is technical, but we go with a cloud base, right? So this is not something you go around inside the desk and do cabling. You do more
Yeah, that's
analytical
why
work.
I'm asking here.
Yeah, it's more of analytical work. There is technical portion in it. You do have to understand networking, how networking works. You do have to do troubleshooting. You do have to do Microsoft onboarding, offboarding, troubleshooting. MFA issues, login issues. See if the user's typing in the password incorrectly. How do you see that? Looking at logs and those type of things. But it's not physical. It's not like you go in and carry a cable, plug it in from here and here. But it is technical, but it's not physical.
Okay, like it's a IT cloud help desk or something.
Exactly. It is still considered as help desk. There's nothing as cloud help desk, but right now, a lot of employers, a lot of companies are moving towards cloud.
Cloud,
So
yes.
yes. So that's where the market is. So it's one of them that they're always looking for, and it's for entry level. You need to have that that experience of onboarding users, offboarding users properly, position changes, RBAC, applying RBAC roles, and having all these experience and troubleshooting experience is what they're looking for. When you go into interview, if they ask you what is RBAC and how do you apply RBAC, if you're able to answer that correctly, perfect, man, you got a job, right? And if you're able to understand or explain the difference between a security policy and a Microsoft 365 policy, or security policy and Microsoft 365 policy, those are very good. Those are things they're looking at, right? Very simple, but do you have fundamental understanding of what you're working with? Once you have fundamental understanding, the workplace will train you. There's no course here that will train you 100%, but there's courses that can train you 50%, right? 50 to 60%. The rest is job placement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does this role require Linux, knowing all the command lines and all of that?
No. So Linux is more when you need it. It's more when you go into level 3. The command, you will learn command line here too. there's some basic command line you must know. Okay, we'll go through in networking sessions and we'll go through them. But you don't have, you don't get involved with Linux. And in level 1.52, you don't touch Linux at all. Linux is more of administrator role. That's like more of your goal towards 4 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. All right. So Jawhari, you asked what's the name of companies. So what do you mean? I just want to know. Our company name is CTech Training Center. So we're located in Scarborough, Ontario. But if you're talking about Robert Half is agencies, and they're all over the world. They're in UK, US, Dubai, Canada. They're all over the world. Okay, they're one of the biggest recruitment agencies, and I believe they do recruitment for every different job field. But IT is one of their strongest fields.
So, like someone is saying, AI will affect the job. What's your take on that?
Okay, so AI been implemented since about 3 years ago into the job. Okay, it has never left anyone, but I think what it does is enhances certain things. So what I mean by enhancement is, I'll tell you a story. What happened to when I joined in as an operations manager, senior operations manager, implementing Copilot. That was one of my jobs. So when I joined in, the initial project was to implement Copilot as a part of a project. That was why I was hired for. We give them warning. AI is not trained yet to take over Copilot, and given all the, it's a hospital. It's one of the biggest hospitals in Canada. It had about 14 different jails as well. So they did primary jails in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and pretty much all the west side of everything west side of Canada, right? So when we implemented AI, it is not programmed properly. AI is like a double-sided sword. Well, if you don't know how to configure it properly, if it has more access than it should be, it can actually reveal information to wrong people at the right time. What I mean by that is some of the employees were able to ask a Copilot, which was implemented already with our warning and everything. The company still wants to, publicity for the hospital, right? So they implemented. Employees were able to go in, nurses were able to go in and type in this person's name and ask Copilot for their salary. It gave them the salary, right? It became a huge issue. So where I'm getting to this is, AI will be assisting you guys. It will never be a replacement. Now, where this will be a replacement is, let's say 5 to 6 years from now, it might replace certain things. Yes, that is a future for 5 to 6 years, but you guys should not be sticking to this role for more than 2 years. This is an entry-level role. This is not where you stay, right? This is not where you're comfortable. This is where you start your foundation. This is your foundation, so you go on. You don't stick here for more than 1 year, 2 years. If you are in this role for 1 or 2 years, yes, you will lose people. Any entry-level job, that's the same thing, right? It's because there's gonna be people that's better than you, faster than you, always there to make the move, right? So your role, once you join in, you need to specialize in it. That's what we teach you in the course too. This is the entry-level role. This is 1 or 2 years type of role, and then after that, you have to go on to the next role, which could be, your server administration or network or cybersecurity, whatever it is. But you have to make a move after 2 years, within 2 years. Okay. All right. Charles?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, most jobs, most agency, they're gonna ask you for your previous experience.
Mhm.
Right? So what if we don't have previous experience? Like me, for instance, I have a background in IT, but I have no experience. So that's why I'm here right
Very
now.
good. Yeah, very good. So the agency who we work with, they know this is the entry level role. Okay, so the roles are meant to be for entry level. There is no experience needed. What they keenly look at is education and 2 certifications. The education will be provided by CTech Training Center, who we refer to you guys, who we refer to them with. The next is certifications that gives them the authentication, or gives them the good sign saying that you have the knowledge to work on it. Now, your job will not be, as soon as you enter in, like if you go into the banking sector, I'll tell you right now, you'll learn so much advanced thing in the air. When you go into banking sector, you'll be able to just do your role. It's locked down so much. Even when you're creating a user, you cannot even make a spelling mistake. It just will not allow you to do it. But you're there doing that, right? So your role when you go in entry level, there's not much technical there. It's more of, do you know the knowledge, and can we get you to working from day one? That's what they look at, right? And for entry level, there's no job experience needed. It's more of certifications and education background, which CTech Training Center will provide you.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you also made mention of it, certification you will be providing for us,
Mhm.
right?
So once you complete this course, you do get a certification for completion of IT Help Desk Analyst Training Program, but you do have to get third-party certifications, which is what I said: AZ 900, which is Azure; MS 900, which is Microsoft 365; or CompTIA A plus. It's a combination of it, right? So we'll tell you exactly which ones to get for the market. But as of January second week, CompTIA A plus will be high in demand.
Okay. I know about the CompTIA A plus, but what about the CompTIA networking?
Good. It's a good course, but it's not an entry-level course.
Oh,
It's a good course. I'm not. It's a very good course. But see, the thing is, people don't understand is it is an entry level course. Network Plus is an entry level course, but it's entry level into networking, right? Which means you must have experience in help desk, the basic stuff, and then it's advancement course. Same thing with CompTIA Security Plus. It does in CompTIA website too. It says it's an entry level course, but it's not an entry level into IT. It's once you have an IT experience, entry level IT experience. If you want to specialize into cybersecurity, that's for the certification you get. The certification is nothing without a previous experience.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, like as I said, so I think Jawi asked if your background is not related to if your background is not related to it, will you support us while making a resume and showing experience? So we don't create fake experience. Okay, I'll be very clear here. You don't need to have fake experience here. The agencies who we work with, they know you don't have any experience. These are entry level roles. You don't need to have experience. The certification shows that you have the knowledge to work on it, and you have the training from CTEC Training Center. The job plays as long as you have the fundamental understanding. There is usually banks. There's a 3 weeks of training they put you through for their Active Directory or for their intra ID training. You go on, right? So every workplace for entry level, they have a 3 to 4 weeks of training to do your basic job, but they can't train you from basics itself. You have to know the basics, but they can train you on how their process works. Once we teach you most of the things here, you'll get about 60% of knowledge here. The rest 40%, the workplace will train you on. That's the reason why that you don't need to worry about making fake resume, fake experience. We don't do that type of thing. Let's be honest. Let's apply. No problem. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, go ahead. Shod.
Since we'll be learning networking here, will
Basics.
yeah,
Basics. Yeah.
okay. So will we also be learning about things like VPN and firewall routers and stuff?
So
Like,
you will go through the
yeah.
fundamental understanding. We can't go in too deep. There's
Okay.
no point for a level one to know a very deep like administrator, right? That's administrator role. We're focusing on level one. You will know what VPN is, how does VPN work, what are some of the things you can do to troubleshoot VPN. But we won't go into setting up VPN. We won't go into those type of things, right? We have a very clear, very good understanding how VPN works. Very good understanding how troubleshooting works for VPN. There's not
Okay.
much you can do for troubleshooting. There's only 4 different steps you can do.
Okay, yeah, like basic troubleshooting a VPN, because in most of the interviews they ask
Yeah.
like how they would give a scenario and they would say, how do you troubleshoot this VPN issue? So we will be covering that part.
100%. 100%. Yeah,
Thank
you'll get. There's about 4 different issues that VPN can have. We'll talk about all the 4 issues. We'll talk about what are the troubleshooting steps and what are some of the hypotheses you can come up with to start testing. Right. For sure.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. That's a very good question. Very good question. Riza.
Hello, sir. I did e-transfer you the money. Can you confirm me if it gone through you, the payment, if the payment is done or something?
Okay, I think you mentioned you made the payment, right? Okay, it's okay, no problem at all. We'll check it. Just give us a couple hours for us to go through it, and we'll reply back to the students who have. Please send a screenshot of the payment that's made to the WhatsApp. Our staff will take a look at it and everything. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I know somebody asked if these jobs are remote. There is no remote jobs anymore. That's just a dream right now. Okay, remote jobs have died out. It's I would say 95 or 99% in person.
Okay, the jobs are not remote job. It's not a remote role.
There's not right now. The culture is turning back into coming to the office now. It's
Okay.
it's the remote job times have went down. Even the remote jobs now they're asking them to come back. Even the previous 6 months, people have landed a job with us. 95% of them were hybrid. So at least 3 days minimum in office or 4 days in office, and then 1 or 2 days working from home. Even that, I've been hearing when I talk to those people is they're just saying, they want us more in office than working from home. It's just that, team collaboration and just team morale is much more higher. It's just very honestly, I don't think remote job will be existing anymore, to be very frank, and expect an in-person job. That's what I would say. Okay, so Ilankandu asked, let's say if we miss one class and you will be given recording for the class, what will happen to the class assignment? Because so if you're gonna miss a class, let's say our class is at 6 p.m., right? I must have received the email from you guys. There's a format. I'll show you guys exactly the next class how I want you guys to send an email to. If I don't get an email from you guys at least before 5 p.m., you'll be considered, and I would be expecting you to join the class at 6 o'clock, 6:05. The class will start just like today. If I don't see you, you'll not be getting the access to recording. Period. That's it. Okay. There's no assignments right here. But let's say you miss it, you send me an email before 5 p.m. You will get access to the recording. All the assignments and quizzes, they'll be part in the LMS itself. Like remember the one I showed you here. Like this is LMS. You have all your class recording. Like I'll show you this assignment here. There's assignments here as well. So like usually students can go and hand in their assignments through here as well. Okay. But it is all recorded and all part of the LMS as well. So you have everything. But if you don't come into the class and if I don't hear from you, for sure you will not have access to it.
So
Any other questions? Yeah.
What's the payment module? Do you have room for payment by installment?
So here's the thing, because we have reduced the price so much, it actually takes us a lot of administrative work to do installment payment, right? So we prefer one payment. If we do need to split the payment into two payments, we can, but the payment has to be very, short distance. Okay, they can't be too far of a distance.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just takes us so long to record the accounting process and creating the LMS and updating it. It just we don't for this small payment, just one time payment. It's not really we're not really thought about. But yeah, let's say if you do want to make a payment like today, and then if you want to make half a payment today or and then half a payment by next week, that's fine. It's not a big deal, but we just can't stretch it too long because it is it is already reduced price. It's so small.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the question. That's a very good question, actually. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. QBK. So, I want to ask regarding the same payment. Can we make half payment via e-transfer and half payment via credit card?
You can, no problem at all. Just send us a message. But for credit card, there is a 5 or 6% fee on top of it. Okay, just so you're aware, because there's a processing payment for the credit card machines. So payments we have to pay through.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing,
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys make a payment, I know a couple of people have made the payment and they're sending a thing. Our staff will get through it. They're already done for the day. Tomorrow, you guys will get a reply for this registration process that we have to follow through. And as well as LMS access will be given to you by December 4th in the morning. There's a couple of videos that you guys will have to watch before the December 6th class, okay, at 6 p.m. But it's a thing that we have to follow these steps because the LMS account does take us some time to create and give you guys access on. And as well as the LMS, we previously just want to be very transparent. Is last week our LMS system did crash and we did have to recreate it again. We were on a shared hosting before. We didn't expect. We had in the past 1 year, we had about 200 plus students in the past 1 year, from January till now. So our LMS system could not handle the load. We were under shared hosting, so it crashed. So from last week, I think we have created a brand new LMS system on a dedicated our own VPS system. So this is much more stable, much more quicker. But it does take us some time to create the LMS access and everything, right? So we just require the time. Please make the payment before December 3rd, 8 p.m. And then we'll get your LMS access created by December 4th. By December 3rd, 8 p.m., we will not be enrolling anyone into the course. From next year, January, there'll be new batches starting, but it will be at that our normal pricing. Just because we can't be doing this all the time. It's just not very cost effective for us, okay? It's just the end of year promotion. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Okay. So we have to send a message to the WhatsApp to receive a link, a payment link via credit card.
Yes, sir. Yes. Just to give us a message on thing, be like you just want to pay through credit card, and we'll send you a link for the class. Okay.
Okay.
No
Well,
problem.
right here, there is like e-transfer email to
Yeah.
make payment. So what's the need for the link?
So if you want to make it through a credit card, then you can't do it through here, right? So if some people want to do the credit card, then we can send you a payment link for credit card. It's not. This is for e-transfer, right?
Okay.
Interact transfer. Yeah. If somebody wants to pay through credit card, it's we have to send you a payment link for it.
When the payment is made through e-transfer, you take a snapshot of
Yeah.
the
Just take a
payment.
screenshot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lakshmi, yeah. Can you just message on WhatsApp and we'll get your registration started? Okay. No problem at all. Thank you.
Okay. Someone is asking if they can make payment on the 5th, and then I would also plead that maybe you possibly extend it, because by December 3rd, some persons may not receive their paycheck, right?
Yeah,
So
I totally understand. No problem at all. If you guys have that issue, just message on WhatsApp. We will get you the registration process started, and you guys can make the payment on Friday or Monday. I'm totally fine with that. Okay, not a big deal. But just the registration, I want to make sure it's done. Okay, by 3rd for sure. If you guys are fully committed. Okay. That's totally fine. Not a problem at all. I do understand, the pay structure only works on Friday or Monday. It's not a big deal. If you guys do wanna see messages on WhatsApp showing that you do want to participate, we'll send you the registration info. At least we can get that ball started and roll and create your account.
When you say registration, is it the same one we already did?
No. There's actually for us to formally enroll you in the course, we have a formal questions that we have to ask you. Like your name, full name, last name, your date of birth, your address, and everything for us to create your profile.
So are you going to send that to us on WhatsApp?
Yeah, just give us a link saying that you like to enroll in this course, and we'll send you the thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we have to send you a message saying.
Yeah, just send us a message, and our staff will message you back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem. Just send an email, or just send a message saying that you like to enroll in the IT help desk and its training program, or IT course, and then they'll send you the registration info for it.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's just I think 6 or 7 different questions they ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so we can create the LMS account properly.
No. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys all for joining in. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a long day for a lot of you guys, and I know for sure it's been a long day for me. I've been up from 4 a.m. So, anyhow, I really appreciate all of you guys joining in. And for the people, yeah, go ahead, Shop.
Yeah, I have one last question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So can we start applying on Indeed while we are still in training, or do you recommend waiting until we finish the course?
Okay, so that's a good question. So if you start applying, so here's 2 takes I take on this. Okay, 1, yes, I would say yes, go ahead. But the second thing is, if you have applied for, let's say, a job that Robert Half has posted, okay, you have applied without proper qualification. You applied. That is a resume that the first resume is one that Robert Half will take and hold it accountable, right? The next one, they'll consider that to be changed resume. So if you're gonna do it, I suggest just right now, the job market is very slow. I suggest don't apply anything now until starting of like second week of January. It's still going to be slow right now. If you see the job market, there's not much there, and even if you apply, you won't get any replies for it right now, right? So my professional recommendation is to say don't apply right now, especially in the next 4 weeks. You're not going to 4 to 6 weeks. You're not going to get any reply for it. It's a holiday season, okay? But if you're going to ask my personal opinion, yes, go ahead and apply.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I hope I didn't confuse you, man. But professionally, there's a different.
I was worried. Like, would that cause any conflict when the application is already sent on to Robert?
It does.
It does.
Because it does. Because Robert Half will say, okay, let's say this, right? If Shobi has said, they don't have any certifications, right? That's the first resume they would take. But then once you have done your thing, your resume will completely change once we work on it. The ATS formatting and everything will change. The wording will change. It'll be much more dynamic, right? So it'll completely cause a dynamic, and it'll cause a conflict of resumes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my professional advice. But if you're gonna ask me personally, I'll tell you, hey, apply, man. We'll take it on.
Okay, I want to say I think it's not advisable for you to apply right now, because I believe you're trying to what's it called? You're trying to complete a program for 2 months, after which you have to get your certification in place. So I want to say, after you've gotten your certification in place, then you can go ahead and apply, because most companies right now, I was even applying, like I applied for some few weeks ago. I was rejected. Because I don't have certain qualifications and certification, like the CompTIA, ITIL, the ITIL certification.
ITIL,
Yeah, I don't have that. They were requesting for Azure. How do you pronounce that?
Azure.
Yeah,
Azure.
Azure. I don't have that. So those are the things I believe I have to put in place first.
Yep.
So once I send out my application, it's going to be accepted.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said. The professional advice is not apply, is because, let's say, Charles Riley, you have applied for that position, right? Now, in 2 months after, you will have that certifications, right? Once you apply again, they will not consider it, because they'll consider that you already been rejected, right? So that's one of that professional advice is not to apply right now. Well, until you have your certificate. If you already know you're going to get the certifications, you already have a clear roadmap right now, which is, you're working with us, we'll give you a clear roadmap and clear direction, right? So just hold off for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah, that's why I said professional advice and a personal advice, right? I like to split them into different. So professional advice is, don't apply. Very good. Any other question, guys? All right, awesome. Thank you so much all for joining. And whoever made the payment, our staff will reply to you. Just give them 1 or 2 hours, and then they'll reply to you with the question that you guys are. If you guys want to join and make the payment later, no problem at all. Just send us your interest in joining the course. We will give you guys a registration link to start registration, and then we'll go on from there. Okay. But for the Joya guys for the people who are going to join, I'll see you guys on December 6th at 6 p.m. sharp. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.